Hi everyone, hope you're doing good. Hope you're having some good holidays so far. I've been seeing a lot more frequently in my practice lately people getting bloated, really off their regimens during the holidays, and just wanted to spend a few minutes to talk about that. So why would you get more bloated over the holidays? And if you have been suffering from some gut issues, this is definitely more likely to happen to you. And I know it's a big stinker because the last thing you want during the holidays is a big old belly at night while you're going to sleep, or growing while you're eating dinner, or growing while you're trying to socialize and having dessert, and then you can't fit into the special clothes you laid out for your special holiday party, dinner, or event, and it becomes a real stinker, literally. So why would we get bloated? Well, our diets are changing, number one. So you're probably most likely having some fattier foods. We tend to eat more, maybe like high-fat dairy, cream cheese, sour cream, heavy cream, cook with more butter, all those cookies made with butter, or Crisco, things like that. So when we have more fattier foods, that's going to stress out the gallbladder and the liver. And when those things are a little stressed, you might not be putting out as much bile from the gallbladder, and when that happens, you can get bloating. And in irritable bowel syndrome, people typically have some difficulty with excreting enough bile, or sometimes it shoots out prematurely, leading to some diarrhea. So if we don't have enough, we might have constipation. If it kind of shoots out at the wrong time, too early, we get some diarrhea. So people with IBS are more likely to have these issues, and IBS is irritable bowel syndrome. So another reason for getting more bloated during the holidays would, of course, be stress. Stress, everyone blames things on stress, but it is true. You know, even if you're eating a nice, relaxing dinner with your family and something very stressful happens during that dinner, you can actually almost feel some bloating beginning to grow during that meal, because stress will automatically inhibit the secretion of hydrochloric acid from your stomach. And that's a major reason also why people with irritable bowel syndrome or gut problems are routinely bloated, is just because their hydrochloric acid production is also out the window, just like bile. So when we get stressed, that's going to turn on the sympathetic nervous system, and it's going to affect how much hydrochloric acid you're putting out. And then if you don't have hydrochloric acid, it's like the main thing that's helping you digest your food, especially meat. Meat proteins take a lot of hydrochloric acid. So if that suddenly shuts off, then your food is going to sit around undigested, which is really one of the major things that happens with gut issues and small intestinal bacterial overgrowth, or SIBO, and IBS. So people are walking around bloated because they just don't have the digestive fire that they used to previously. And it's one of the things I work on with people specifically, is how to use a food-based approach and not tons of supplements to rebuild their digestion naturally. So another reason why you might get bloated over the holidays is just because your whole self-care routine is out the window too. Because when we're kind of doing our own thing, we're at home, we know our schedule, we kind of know what we're doing every day, and we can take better care of ourselves. At least we should take really good care of ourselves. And a self-care routine means we take time out every day to kind of cater to really what our inner child, inner soul, our happy person inside really wants to be doing. Maybe it's just reading for 20 minutes, maybe it's taking a bath, maybe it's meditation, maybe it's yoga. But during the holidays, we tend to, especially women, tend to be running around really catering to other people's needs, because maybe people are coming in from town, they're visiting, there's a whole new menu of food to make, there's a lot more grocery shopping, there's all these gifts to buy and wrap, there's Christmas cards, there's suddenly all this stuff to do. And the first thing that we lose is usually just taking better care of ourselves. And we all need that, men too. We need to just take time to relax and chill. Maybe we go just journal, go out for coffee with some friends. You know, we're taking that time to really do something nice and nourishing for ourselves. But during the holidays, that's usually like, oh, bye, see you later, self-care. Who are you? Do we care? Yes, we care. So I want you to definitely take better care of yourselves. Make it a point to hey, I know I have to travel, I have to get on this plane, I have to go somewhere, and then we have to do a bunch of Christmas shopping and food shopping, but make a pointed effort to just take 10 or 20 minutes out. Sometimes it's even just sitting in your car quietly in a parking lot. Everyone else is gone. You sit there, you shut your eyes, meditate, deep breathe, whatever you have to do, but check in with yourself and just ask the question, what do I really need to do today to take care of myself? And sometimes you will get an answer, which is a good thing. So that's a lot of reasons why people tend to be just more bloated. They're off their schedules, they're not taking care of themselves, they're having a lot more fatty foods, more meat, more lamb, more pork, more butter, and the fatty foods that I mentioned, like the cheeses and gravies and mayonnaise and stuff like that. So just be wary that if you want to be good to your digestion, a lower fat plant-based diet is going to be a lot more friendly and easy to digest. So if you are stressed out and the menu is going to undergo a lot of changes, make sure you're thinking about yourself and what you need that menu to look like. Maybe it's not eating a lot of decadent rich foods all day long, especially a lot of decadent rich desserts after a heavy meal. Maybe you're just going to have a little bowl of berries or a banana or some fruit after a meal. Think about, how to take care of yourself, and think about it if you can in advance, because when you plan like that, then you're planning for a strategy so you don't get bloated. And if you don't plan, then you plan to fail, right? So I hope you're all doing great and having a wonderful holiday season. And feel free to catch up with me. Send me a personal message if you want to check in with your gut and see how things are going. We can get you on the right path towards digesting better, having less bloating, and feeling better as soon as possible. My cat says so too. Take care.